Are you looking for the best metal detectors? In this video we will look at some of the 6 best metal detectors on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Garrett Ace Apex Metal Detector. Lubert called the Ace Apex one of the best value machines on the market. The flagship of Garrett's Ace detector line, the Apex has a large backlit display in 6 detection modes, including specific finder settings for coins, US coins, jewelry, relics, and a custom setting. The most interesting option is its iron audio feature, which helps you identify complex iron objects that you probably don't want to dig up, such as bottle caps. Likewise, the notch discrimination feature lets you filter out certain frequencies if you're trying to avoid metal trash. The Garrett Ace Apex is priced for knowledgeable enthusiasts, so it isn't exactly cheap. You may notice that it costs more than our best overall pick, but you're getting a lot of detector for the price, which makes it a great value. For a veteran hobbyist or a pro, it's a great bargain. One pro tip: if you pick one up, make sure to install the latest firmware update, as reviewers say it really improves the machine's performance in the field. Number 2. Nokta Simplex Ultra Metal Detector. For years, the Nokta Simplex has been the gold standard for beginner-friendly metal detectors, and this new Ultra model continues that legacy. With 6 search modes, a backlit screen, and notch discrimination, it doesn't require much fiddling to get it set up. That said, it's a powerful machine that works well in a variety of conditions. Those 6 settings include 2 multi-tone modes that allow you to use its discrimination to determine what exactly you're detecting without even looking at the menu, which is a big plus. It's also waterproof up to 16 feet, which is quite impressive for a model in its price range, making it especially good for freshwater conditions. Because it is a VLF model, the Simplex Ultra is not as effective on saltwater beaches or mineralized soil as the more professional detectors on our list. As a whole, though, it punches above its weight, making it the perfect machine for anyone interested in learning the ropes of metal detecting. We named this pick as a great option for beginners due to its simplicity and ease of use, rather than its price tag. Indeed, $500 is a lot to spend on a new hobby you may not be sure you'll keep practicing. On the other hand, if you think there's a good chance you'll stick with metal detecting, spending the extra money on a model that's easy and rewarding to use could be the difference that keeps you going back out rather than spending less money on a machine that's challenging to use. Number 3. Minelab Equinox 800 Metal Detector. Described by Ross as the best option for the dedicated enthusiast, the Minelab Equinox 800 is a multi-frequency detector capable of doing almost anything you'd want, especially at the beach. Its coil can pick up metal on wet sand, even while wading in saltwater. Its 4 detection modes can find coins, jewelry, relics, and even gold nuggets on the most mineralized soil. Though it has fewer modes than some similar detectors, such as the Vanquish 440, a machine like the Equinox will likely find more metal and at a greater depth. Ross uses the Minelab Equinox 800 for many of his jobs, and he's used it while wading up to his neck in the ocean. Though it is lighter than most detectors, the fixed shaft length may make it hard to carry around, and reviewers say the length may make it hard to use for anyone shorter than 5 feet to 6 inches. At double the price of our beginner and best overall picks, the Equinox 800 is definitely made for a discerning detector fan with a lot of experience. Number 4. Nokta the Legend Waterproof Metal Detector. If you're interested in dipping your toe in the world of underwater metal detecting, you should take a look at Nokta's the Legend Waterproof Detector. It's up there with the Minelab Equinox 800 as one of the most recommended detectors for beaches and shallow water in the detector community. It's far more affordable than the Equinox, though, and more beginner-friendly. If you're interested in dipping your toe in the world of underwater metal detecting, you should take a look at Nokta's the Legend Waterproof Detector. It's up there with the Minelab Equinox 800 as one of the most recommended detectors for beaches and shallow water in the detector community. It's far more affordable than the Equinox, though, and more beginner-friendly with 4 different detect modes, simultaneous multi-frequency scanning, and robust waterproofing. It's made for both freshwater and saltwater conditions and is an attractive mid-range option for those who are looking to spend a lot of time getting their ankles wet at the beach. Number 5. Minelab Excalibur 2 Underwater Metal Detector. The Minelab Excalibur 2 is designed for hardcore enthusiasts who want to take a metal detector on their snorkel or, more likely, scuba dive. Equipped with BBS multi-frequency technology designed specifically to detect in saltwater or mineralized conditions, the Excalibur 2 detects in 17 frequencies simultaneously. For comparison, the above Vanquish 440 scans on just 5. It's also a powerful piece of gear on land, though it's heavier than most multi-frequency detectors, so it may not be the best choice out of the water. It also lacks the large screen you'll find on other models. Instead, you control it with rotary dials that let you control its 2 detection modes. The Excalibur 2 was created and optimized for a specific scenario. If you're treasure diving, this is one of the best options on the market. If you're looking for something to use at home and bring on the occasional underwater excursion, it may not be the best choice. Number 6. Nokta Makro PulseDive Metal Detector. If you want to bring a metal detector underwater, but you don't have the budget for a high-end machine like the Excalibur 2, the Nokta Makro PulseDive is a solid alternative for beginners. The PulseDive is what detectorists call a pinpointer, which experts use to determine the precise location of a target after getting a reading with a larger, wide-ranging detector. While it doesn't have the range for deep-sea diving on it can still pick up underwater treasures in shallow water. It isn't a perfect experience. Since it's a pulse induction detector, the PulseDive has no discrimination, so it can't filter out common metals like iron from the gold you might hope to find. Though it can't compete with a full detector, it is far more waterproof than many machines that cost more than double its price. Plus, even if you buy a higher-end detector later, our experts recommend having a good pinpointers like the PulseDive so you don't waste time digging in the wrong place, so it's a win-win. Bring it along on a snorkel, and you're bound to have a good time.